Shrestha, Assistant Professor of English Language and Literature at Amity University Online. As you can see that we all have gathered here to speak on emerging skills for confident communication. So I will start with the webinar by bifurcating the words, by picking up word by word from the title itself, that is emerging skills and confidence and communication. As you all can see here that communication these days have become of utmost importance, and that to confidence, it has become a task, to be very honest, these days, because people are scared of having communication, that too with the confidence. So in this webinar today, we'll deal with certain 7 C's of communication, and also there are certain ways with which we can enhance our skills of communication. So without any further ado, let's get into the webinar. Yeah, emerging skills for confident communication. So here in this, as a slide is visible to you all, that we will deal with communication and how to deal, how to speak and, how to talk to the strangers and how to communicate properly, that too with the confidence that is of utmost importance these days. And for this confident communication, we need a lot of skills which are important, which have become really important because of this advent of globalization and modernization in this contemporary era. And because of, the technological advancement and because of too much of modernization, these days presentation has become a very key pillar and a key role with which we can interact with others. So here in this webinar, I will talk about what are the important areas where we can work to enhance our communication. First, we need to, as when I started with my webinar, as I described and discussed, that we need to focus on what exactly is the confidence. And, what first we will deal with the word confidence, and then second, we will talk about the communication and what are the skills which are required for the confident communication. So when we talk about confidence is basically the belief that you are capable. It means viewing mistakes as learning opportunities, saying I can instead of I cannot, and believing you can face life's challenges and succeed. But I hope you all will agree with me that because of the fear of judgment, because of what people will say, we are losing confidence in a very speedy way. And it is really important to work to gain the confidence back. The confidence, as we all know, it is that slight element which is really important in the development and the growth of our personality. See, we have the tendency of saying every time that I cannot. Who is holding you? Who is stopping you? That is really important. You need to understand that there is no one. You are the one who can judge yourself the way you want to, and you are the one who can have a control over your mind and over how you are delivering yourself and how you are presenting yourself. So instead of saying I cannot every time, I think it's the high time that you should start saying I can, because we all can, and that is what the confidence is. See, yesterday I was reading an article in a newspaper, and the article was about the confidence only, the confidence which is required in today's era. I think these days, as the content, in the similar way, the confidence has also become of utmost importance. If we are having content, if we are delivering content, but without maintaining the personality, without that persona, without that presentation, the content is of no importance. For maintaining the status of that content, we need to bring the element of confidence into it. For example, I'm sitting in front of you right now. How many of you can think or can assume that I am nervous? And there are 189 participants who all are watching me, that too from not the same country from which I am, rather than from the different country, but I am not at all nervous. I'm very chill, and I'm so happy to deliver this talk here, to interact with you all, because I know that I'm not scared of the judgment. See, doesn't matter what you all do, people will always speak. They will always say something or the other. So instead of focusing or giving importance to what they will say, we should rather focus on the build-up or the development of our own personality. And trust me, you are irresistible. Nobody can stop you, and nothing is impossible in your life. We as a human being, we are meant to do something really great, to explore which is unexplored, to know which is unknown. And with this thought, I have come here to give you that energy, that do not scared of English. English is just an emotion, it is just a language, and it is just a medium to communicate. There is nothing which can stop you, and English should not be that barrier which can stop you for achieving anything or everything what you want to achieve, right? Okay, so as we have already talked about confidence, I hope you all must have gathered a bit of knowledge that what and how the confidence work. Because see, it is always there. It just, see, for example, I'm sitting right in front of you. I know you all are I cannot see you all. It seems, I am just delivering a talk in an empty hall. And this is how you also need to deal with that. Nobody is there to watch you. You are the one who is the sailor of your own life. And you can sail all the hardships which will come in your way with confidence, and by looking into the eyes of the fear. Nobody can shake you. This is what the confidence is. And this confidence is required to move ahead in the life, to go forward with the same zeal that, yes, I can do this. With this, I will take you to the next slide. And the next slide says that there are 7 C's of communication. As you all can see here, that the 7 C's are clear, concise, concrete, correct, consider the speaker, complete, and the word which is written here, which is of utmost importance, that is courtesy or being courteous. So these are the 7 C's of communication. Your communication should always be crystal clear. There should not be any hurdles when you are delivering something to the other, because the other who is listening to you is a receiver, and you are the sender of the information. The way you will send the information to the other, in the similar form, the other will receive the information. So the responsibility is on your shoulder, how to deliver your communication, how to deliver your talk in a very clear and a crystal manner. So one very important C of communication is clear, being clear at every moment when you are delivering the talk. The second important is concise. You need to be very concise. You need not to blabber over one point again and again over the period of time. Rather, you need to be very concrete and concise with your idea. You should be very apt, that this is the thing, and this is very clear, like crystal clear, that thought is here. So this is how you need to concise your talk instead of dragging the same thought by saying, well, okay, this and that. You don't need to add these adjectives and elements in between your talk. You need to be very concise. The next one is concrete. What is concrete? If I ask you all, the concrete is, I would say it goes parallel with concise. When you are being very apt with your thought and the ideology, and you are delivering in the similar way, that is called as concrete. This clear, concise, and concrete, all the 7 C's, they all are interconnected. There is no lacuna, there is no gap. Rather, they all go in a chain. If you will be very concrete, you will automatically become concise with your talk. And if you will concise your talk, the way you are delivering, it will be very clear, like a crystal clear to the audience, to all the listeners, to all the receivers. So, for example, these 2 poles are there. One is sender and one is receiver. How you are sending your data, or how you are sending your talk or your ideology to the receiver, that is what is the communication is. It is always a 2-way or more than 2-way. Over the period of time, I have also realized one important point, that communication can also be one way. But how one way? One way as in with a person only. For example, I have the habit of communicating to my own self, to my imaginary self. For example, if I am if I want to start with reading, I would ask myself, Akshita, can we start with this? And this is how we'll go on. And but see, there are 2 people, but one is my imaginary friend, as in there is some space of that imaginary friend in my mind only, and with the help of that imaginary friend, I will keep on talking and talking and talking, and that is called as communication. Next one is correct. Along with correct, we also have consider the speaker, complete and courteous. So correct, consider the speaker, complete and courteous. It goes into one line, and it also goes parallel and simultaneously. Courtesy, being courteous, or the courtesy means you are being humble, you are being kind, you are being soft. For example, I'm delivering the webinar. If I'll start shouting, if I'll start screaming, my voice will become like a cacophony, as in, it is, you're not able to hear it, and, it is hurting your, I would say, it is hurting your ear if you are, and it is also hurting your listening capacity or the capability, because I am being like a drum, as in, I'm being, my voice is being like a cacophony, very harsh, and, because I'm not being soft here. So that softness, the element of softness is of utmost importance. I think, as the time is passing, and since time immemorial, if I go back to the time when my grandparents, when my mother, my father, they used to talk, I still remember that my father always used to state that, Akshita, being humble is the key to success. If you will become down to earth, if you will become soft in your talk, if you will become humble, and if you will have humanity in yourself, all your tasks will be done properly, and also on time and time to time. So I think this lesson I have grabbed from my father, that how being humble has always worked in my favor. And so this is why I will also suggest you to use all the 7 C's of communication. These are the important C's of communication. Whenever you are talking to someone, you should be very clear with your thought, very clear with your ideology, and you should be very concise, very concrete, very correct. See, correct here is very subjective. You can be correct in your own way, you might not be correct with for others. For example, I am delivering the webinar here. I think that I'm correct here because I have prepared enough well for this presentation, that whatever knowledge I will deliver, I will deliver it with the utmost sincerity and integrity and with the content. And you might not like it and you might enjoy it a lot. That I will definitely would like to hear from you, that how are you liking my talk, and are you liking my webinar, are you liking my delivery, and did you get the skill, actual skill of confident communication. So that this about all we will definitely talk in between. But with this I will take you to the next slide, and the next slide, just give me a second. Yeah, the next slide is on your screen now, that there are 13 ways to communicate with the confidence. And what are the 13 ways to communicate with the confidence? First one, very important, is communicate clearly. So the same clearance we also used in the 7 C's of communication, that you need to communicate very clearly. So here you can see a very jumbled picture where 5 people are there in one picture. One is on phone, one is shaking hand, one is saying hi-fi, and another is also on call. So, at a given point of time, we also engage in multiple tasks. And by the engagement of multiple tasks, we have the tendency as a human being, we are tend to forget what exactly is the communication and how I should be clear with my thoughts. So that the very important way to communicate with confidence. So because uh, the the core of this webinar is to take you towards the confident communication, that how you can enhance your communication with confidence. So because this is the need of a globalized world, of the modern world in which we all are stuck in, and there is no way to go out. What we can do is we can try to imbibe this culture of confident communication, and we can present ourselves in a more better way. Because as the theory of existentialism says, that we all are thrown into this world, and now it is up to us to which way to go, and how to build our career, and what is a suggestive way which can be really helpful in the growth and the development of our career. So with this, I would wish you all the best to communicate with the confidence, because that confidence is really important. And yeah, that wish should go at the end of the webinar, because we have a lot many other points to cover. So let's jump on to the point number 2, that is user specific language. See, these days again, I understand that English has taken over the globe, because it has become a global language and the global medium to communicate. I completely understand, but English is not the only thing. That also you need to understand, there are many other languages, and the communication is not only specific with English. There are many ways. People also do use non-verbal communication, where they only use gestures. They use eyes, they use their hands, and they use they do lip sync and all. So that kind of communication also do exist. So that communication should not only be reliable on English. There are many other ways. I understand that we need to adhere to the global guidelines, where English is the acceptable medium of communication when you are talking. For example, if I'm not wrong, I'm delivering the talk to the African students, the students of the people of Guyana. And as per my knowledge, as per my tiny mind, and the knowledge which I have, your origin of language is French, if I'm not wrong. So I understand that, from some people, they might be really good at English also, but from French to English, the journey is quite difficult. Even I, belonging to India, English is not my native language, but over the period of time, by the practice, I've learned this. So if I can speak, if I have learned, you all can also speak. So there is no problem. The only element which is required here is the confidence. That confidence is really important, because multiple time there are great speakers I have encountered, and they have had a lot of good content, but the problem is they lack confidence. And that confidence, I know that all my dear learners who all are listening me, they have ample of confidence to talk with with that zeal, with that enthusiasm. So again, I'm showering all my blessings, all my love to you all, so that you all can also grab that confidence while communicating to the strangers, or while communicating to your loved ones. Yeah, use the specific language we have also covered. See, I think this is my habit that I become when I talk about English, when I talk about communication, because I'm also a public speaker, and I've dealt with such things like confident communication, how to talk to strangers, how to work on your personality, and all these things. So I become really emotional, and I get into that zone. Okay, that I'm actually dealing with the people where they all are listening me actively. 193 participant, over than 193 participant, they are listening to me, and and I'm happily delivering the talk. I'm really happy that Amity University Online has provided me this platform. So thank you so much, Amity University Online. Thank you so much, the leadership, to believe in me and to provide me this platform to engage with the learners across the country. With this, let's come down to the point number 3, that is provoke the questioning. See, the confidence also tests you a lot, many times, that for example, you went to listen a talk, but after listening the talk, how you are asking questions to that speaker, it shows your confidence. For example, just a tiny example I would like to quote here, that there is a fest, Jaipur Literature Fest, which happens. There are many other places which where this literature fest takes place, but especially in Jaipur, Rajasthan, it's a state in India where this literature fest take place. And during that fest, a lot many personalities related to literature, they do come, and they talk on a variety of topics, and the multiple topics. And and at that time, when you are listening to those crystal clear conversations which are embedded with knowledge, that time, among the crowd of 1,000, over 2,000 and 5,000 people, now in between the silence, you stood up with that confidence. Everybody's eye is on you, that they all are staring at you, that who is this man? And the man is asking, the woman is asking question, as in there is a no, I'm not being a gender specific, it's just who is that person who is asking the question? And at that time, your confidence should not shake. That is confidence, that is called as confidence. And with that confidence, without the fear of judgment, when you ask, when you shoot the other person, when you shoot the person with your question, that yes, this is my question. So that provoke should always be there, that you should also provoke us with this. I will come down to the 4th point, that is use emotional intelligence. So there are 2 kind of intelligence. One is AI, artificial intelligence, with which we are being acquainted and acknowledged again and again over the period of time. Every day, I would say that this is all artificial intelligence only, that I'm talking to the people who are not even from India, but still, with the help of technology, all these things have become possible, that I'm able to communicate with those people. So you need to use that emotional intelligence. That what is emotional intelligence? When you are using your emotions with the help of language, and when you are there are some people who are saying that Akshita is, Dr. Akshita, you are breaking up. Am I clearly audible now? I hope there is no breakage in my voice. And I'm really sorry, it's my bad that I thought it is a French country. The origin is French, but that's great that it is an English speaking country. And I think you all are able to connect with me. So that's great. And yes. So I'm able to search chat here. So if you want to write anything, you can also write here that I'm so happy that you all are explaining that Guyana is does not only consist Africans, it consists Americans, East Indians, Africans, Portuguese, European, Chinese. I'm so happy to have this knowledge because, you know, even I was lacking a bit of knowledge about that specific country. Thank you for sharing this information and sharing this knowledge. My bad that I thought because the yeah, so we were on the point number 4, that is use of emotional intelligence. Point number 5, which is again of utmost importance, that is respond to conflict. You should understand that how to you need to understand that how to respond the conflict when the conflict is taking place, and you know how to deal with that confidence. That is really important. And the next one is show some assertiveness. Assertiveness is again a very important point, that you know, that assertiveness should be there when you see it all comes. If the assertiveness will be there, the confidence will automatically come. Again, when I started with my talk, I used this word being humble, being you know, there has to be courtesy in all of us. So you know, you all need to show empathy. And now what is empathy? You are putting someone in the point number 8 is practice self-awareness. You need to practice the self-awareness, that you are aware of your position, that where you are standing up today, and what is your status today, you know, what is the knowledge level which you have. So that self-awareness should always be there. You need to maintain a positive attitude. See, this positivity is really important. This confidence and positivity, I would say, they go parallel everywhere. That if you are carrying that positive attitude, that confidence will always be there. You need to work on your body language and mannerisms, which is of utmost important. You know, when we talk about the body language, your body should always be, your shoulders should always be straight. You should always keep a smile on your face, a gentle smile, not the big one, rather just a gentle smile, which shows that you are humble towards people, you are being kind towards people. And you know, a slight mannerism should always be there. It will add stars to your communication, and the communication will become really confident. You need to be very approachable. You know, that approach is really important. And 12th, the point number 12 is maintain the eye contact. See, contact, I would say, it is also the part of that body language only. Whenever you are approaching others, you need to approach to that person with full of feel and that eye contact, that yes, I am here and I am not kidding. I can communicate properly. So that is really important. And the last point, which is really important, that is confident, that is listen, do not just talk. You also need to be an active listener, and active listener is really important. If you are you know, if you are being an active listener, you can also listen what the person is saying, and the communication is always two-way. That listening capacity should also be there. If you want to approach anyone, you need to listen to that person properly. So you know, it goes both the way, listener and speaker, sender and receiver. So that is really important. That active listening is really important. So these are 13 ways to communicate with confidence. I'm again repeating all these 13. One is communicate clearly. Second one is use a specific language. Third one is provoke questioning. Fourth one is use emotional intelligence. Fifth one is respond to conflict. Sixth one is show some assertiveness, which is really important. Show some empathy. Practice self-awareness. When you are aware about your own identity, when you are aware that who you are, when you are aware that how much content you are having with yourself, so that makes you a different person altogether. It brings a lot of confidence in your personality, and this is really important in to survive in this today's era, especially in the globalized era. The next one is maintain a positive attitude, which is again very important. You need to always maintain that positive attitude and the positivity in and around you, so that you can also deliver that confident positivity to the other person also. You need to work on your body language. Doesn't matter, what brand you are wearing. The only thing how you are wearing, that makes you the person. So, how you are maintaining yourself, you are properly dressed up, you carry a smile with yourself, you are being humble towards people. So all these things are of utmost importance, and these things are required for confident communication. You need to be very approachable with people. You need to maintain the eye contact and listen, do not just talk. With this, we have come down to all the 13 ways of communication. Do let me know that which is the most important way according to you. These 13 are of utmost importance, and if I personally talk about if I personally talk about my own self, I would say that, all these 13 are really important, and they go hand in hand, and we skip uh, any of the way when we are talking, and when we are, dealing with the people. So that confidence is required. This because of a lot of interruption in the internet. My bad. I will try to conclude the session. So we have come down to the conclusion, and the conclusion, on the note of conclusion, I would say that it is in all of us, that confidence is within us, and this is the only thing which is required for maintaining a proper communication. This is the only skill which is required for a confident communication, and I have given you all the bullet points which are of utmost importance, where you can communicate properly. And now the house is open for the questions. If you have any questions, you can ask me the questions, and I'm also turning on my video. Hope I'm visible to you all. Am I visible to you all? And am I visible to you all? And I have I have stopped sharing my screen because I'm done with my talk. I'm done with my communication, and the confident communication we have already talked upon. So I would like to hear it from your end, that what are yes, there are some students who are asking, so thank you so much, everyone, that you all liked the presentation, and hope you must have got a quite visible and a very crystal clear idea of how a communication should be like. And with this, give me a moment to take you with me to the next slide, where I would like to convey my heartfelt thanks to everyone. So here I am, and I would say that thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and And thank you so much for coming here to join this webinar. And I'm so thankful to you all, and I hope you all get the understanding that how you should talk with confidence. And hope after this webinar on the emerging skills of confident communication, you will not no longer be lacking the confidence. Thank you so much for enjoying the session, and thank you so much for writing so many good comments that that you all liked, and I am really thankful to your presence during my webinar. So thank you so much, everyone. And I will end this webinar on one note, that confidence is the only thing which is required and which is of utmost importance when if we want to survive in this world. And because we all are surrounded by too much of technology, too much of globalization, because of all this modernization, globalization in today's world, the presentation has become of utmost importance. And how we are presenting ourselves, that is very important. I hope that you all must have learned to present yourself, and that confidence, I feel that I may have given that confidence in you as well, the confidence which I am having, because I am loving this talk, and I'm so happy that you all came here, you all spend your precious time with me to listen to me. Since an hour I have been talking about effective communication, the communication, how the communication takes place, and how the communication is always two-way, or that sender and that receiver. Right now you all are in the state of receiver, and I am in the state of sender. I hope I must have sent you the required information, which is really important to conquer this journey, and that element of confidence. And I think I will conclude the session on one life lesson, on one note, that life is just a journey. It is not about destination, rather it is about journey. And I think you all need to enjoy every tiny moment of life without having the fear of being judged. We all are being judged, we all are under surveillance, and everyone is having an eye on us, everyone is judging us. If not here, then there; if not there, then here. So I think it is a process which goes on and on and on and on. And I really wish that you all go above this materialistic world, and you all become metaphysical, where you all are having that zeal, that enthusiasm, that confidence in yourself. And with this, I wish you all the luck to start with your knowledge, with your studies, with your English language, and with your foundation course. I hope you all yeah, let me take the queries. Meanwhile, some are saying excellent job. Yes, indeed. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to listen to this. And I'm so happy that you all have enjoyed the session and you all have learned. And yeah, there is a learner who has said Sandy is his or her name, and the person is saying that I do not have confidence to speak in public. Sandy, I think after this talk you must have gathered the confidence which is required to survive in this world. So I hope you get the confidence and you achieve your confidence. And I think it is in you only, and nobody else can tell you what the confidence is and what should be the class, what should be the confidence. And mannerism, yes, mannerism is everything. Yes, confidence is everything. And I know that you all have that confidence, and you don't need, you will no longer be struggling with the self-confidence, because I'm so happy that you all are writing. I'm being emotional here that you all are writing so many good comments. One has written that I've been struggling with self-confidence. So this is a big takeaway for me. Thank you so much, Masani. Hope you are able to give a speech. You are now in a state to speak in front of the crowd, and I'm so happy to listen to what you all are writing. I'm reading your messages. I'm reading every tiny message which you all are writing for me, and yeah, I wish you all have the confidence. I wish you all gather that confidence which is required